How's it going, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Soul Encoded tutorials. Today we're going to be covering the solutions to the datasets and objects and arrays challenges. So challenge number 1, tic-tac-toe. Let's get right into it. So as you can see, this is kind of what we're looking at. Oop, not that. So this is the structure that we're looking at. There's many ways to do this. Let's use a nested array. If you watch my previous video, I said try to look through the documentation and try to do this in a couple of different ways. Try to create arrays using just a straight up something like this. So let's say array 1, var array 1 equals, so let's do the first top line, right? So x, and then we could say O, and then we could say X, and this will give us the top line. So you could make arrays like this. You could also make arrays like by using the new syntax. So you could say R2 equals new array, and this is a constructor method. And then here you just define the values that you want in your indexes. So you could say X, and then you could say O, something like that. And then for the last line, let's push onto it, kind of a preamble to the next challenges. So let's say var tic-tac-toe would look something like so. So you can say R1, R2, and then here let's just do it inline right here. So you could do O, and then X. And then let's go ahead and console log this tic-tac-toe. So I kind of went in a roundabout way to do this, but this is essentially it. XO X, XXO, OO X, and then in a nested array. And that's it. Super simple challenge. These are some of the different ways that you can do this. But by all means, try just exploring. The whole point of this really simple challenge, and with any challenge, I want you guys to just take it and then run with it, right? Here's just like a simple challenge. What can you do with it? Look into the documentation, get interested. Next challenge, the object access challenge. So let me go ahead and copy this code base right here. So I created a human object here, and all it is we need to, number 1, let's copy this over. So we need to do these guys right here. Okay, so let's do the first one. Log the human's full name into one string. Super easy. Let's console log, because we need to log, and then we can say human.firstname plus, I'm gonna add a space here, human.lastname, and there's extra space here, but that should be it. So let's go and check it out. Jake Larson, easy, done. Now there's other ways to concat a string, and we'll go into that more later, but this is just a simple way to do it. So next one, change his hobbies to only have hacking and surfing. So there's a lot of ways to do this. We could we could remove all of the arrays and then add these values in. We could change the entire array itself. So that's probably the easiest. So let's go and do that. But to see that we're actually doing this, let's first log human.hobbies, like so. Take a look, and you can see hiking, programming, video gaming. Those are the hobbies right now. Now we're gonna say human.hobbies, and then we're gonna add our humans.hobbies equals, and then we're gonna add our own array. So what this is doing is reassigning that array value to hacking and surfing. So if you take this same log and you do it afterwards, you'll see now that it's hacking and surfing. So that's the solutions for that. Moving on, add Ruby into his favorite programming language. So here, let's use the push command that I was talking about. And you probably would have to have done a little bit of research on your own to find out what push was. or you could have just done a brute force method, kind of, where you just replace the entire programming language array to an array that includes the Ruby language. But in this case, let's just push it to the very end. So you can say human.skills.programming language. So this is where the nested dot notation, like how do you access nested objects, right? So this is how you do it. So this is one way, but you could also do it by something like this. This works as well, but you have to change these two strings, I believe. This works as well, like so. But let's go back to just dot notations for now, and then you could say dot push, and then let's add Ruby into this. Let's console log human.skills.programming language. And there you have it. We have successfully added Ruby to our programming languages. And that's essentially it. This is a solutions video. Super simple, super quick. I want you guys to like start thinking about this stuff, and once you have this section down, the next section you're gonna love, because you're gonna feel like you could do so much more with JavaScript now. You'll feel like you can solve a lot of interesting problems. You could manipulate data. You can manipulate strings and things like that. So you'll have a lot of power. Without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and join me in the next one. Bye.